Hello friends, Namaste, welcome to Physio Yoga. So today I am making a video on Surya Namaskara and I am sure you may feel this video is a little long, but trust me, if you watch entire video and if you are a beginner, you need not to watch any other video. Your all doubts regarding Surya Namaskara will be clear. You can perform a perfect Surya Namaskara sitting at homes. I have covered almost all the topics, the breathing, the correct technique, the precaution you should take if you have high blood pressure, neck pain, back pain, or a knee pain, and a common mistake people does. So step by step explanation of entire Surya Namaskara. So don't skip and try to watch it till end. Thank you. Samasthiti. Step number 1, you have to get into Pranamasan, where you bring your palms together, close to your chest as you exhale. Count number 2, as you inhale, you have to raise your hands up. If you are a beginner, if you have any problem with your neck, back, or if you have a high or a low blood pressure, you can stay here. If you don't have any such ailment, you can make an attempt to arch back. So when you arch back, you have to remember two things. First, your hip should not move forward while arching back. Second, you should not bend your knees while arching back. So your body below your waist should remain straight. You should arch or bend only from the body above your waistline. And one more thing, if you want to arch back, try not to keep your palms together. If you keep your palms together, it will block your shoulder and a chest opening. But if your palms and arms are apart, parallel to each other, you'll be able to get a nice backward bending. Count number 3, as you exhale, try to keep your spine long and go down. Place your palms next to your feet. So here, due to tight hamstring, or if you have any discomfort at your lower back and knee, if you're not able to keep your knees straight, you can bend your knees. So that's all right. So eventually with practice, once your hamstring opens up, you can try to straighten your knees. Count number 3, as you inhale, you have to step your right leg back into Asva Sanchalan Asana. So when you do this pose, you have to remember that your left leg should come vertical, your left knee shouldn't be back of your ankle or shouldn't cross your ankle forward. So knee should come exactly above your ankle joint, and you have to point your right toe out. So when you point your right toe out, it will give a further stretch to your lower back and a hip. But if you find any discomfort at your back while pointing your toe out, you can also keep your toe in. Now count number 5, you have to tuck your toe in, take a load, lift your right knee up, take a load on your right leg, take a load on your hand, and take your leg back into plank. So in plank, you have to remember your pelvis should come or align with your shoulder. So it shouldn't be too high or too low, and you should not arch your back. So your spine should remain in a normal curvature where your pelvis will align with your shoulders or maybe slightly lower than your shoulder. Count number 6, you have to drop your knees down, you have to drop your chin and chest in between your palms into Ashtanga Pranamasa. So when you do this, the common mistake people does is either they drop their chin too very close or they drop it too very far where they lose the Ashtanga or 8-fold curvature. So you have to make sure that you have to drop your chest exactly in between your palms, so where your pelvis and abdomen should be off the floor. Count number 7. So first you have to point your toes out, straighten your legs, lower your pelvis down, and as you inhale, you have to lift yourself up into Bhujanga. So in Bhujanga, you should not make your elbows complete straight, lifting yourself too much, or should not remain too low. So you have to lift yourself up till your navel, so till the level of your navel. When you do this, try to use your arm and back muscle as well. So try not to put all the strain on your hands. Try to use your back muscle also. That is when it will make this asana will make your back strong, and try to look straight. Count number 8, you have to sink your pelvis back, get into tabletop position, tuck your toe in, lift your knees up, straighten your knees, push your head down into Adho Mukhi Svanasana. So here, try to push your heels down. So initially, if you're not able to touch your heels down, that's alright. You can keep your heels slightly up. But eventually, with practice, you should be able to drop your heels down with your knees straight. Count number 9. You have to shift weight on your left leg, lift your right leg up, and try to step your right foot in between your palms, left knee down, toe out. So initially, if you're finding it difficult to step your leg in without lifting your hands, you can lift your hands slightly up and get your leg in. And another technique would be, you can drop your left knee down, then step your leg in. So initially, if you're not able to do the correct technique, you can follow this, and eventually you should be able to step your leg in without lifting your hands up. So left knee down, toe out. As I said, if you get any discomfort at your lower back, you can also keep your toe in. And whenever you want to practice Surya Namaskara in a pace, in a good pace, that time also you can keep your toe in. So the transaction of Surya Namaskara will be bit faster, but if you want to do it for a stretching purpose, so that time I would advise you to point your toe out, so where you can push your hip down and will give a nice stretch and an opening to your back and a hip. Now count number 10, you tuck your toe in, shift your body weight on your hands and right leg, lift your left leg up and get it in. So ideally you have to get your leg in with your knees straight, but initially if you are finding it difficult, you can also get your leg in with your knee slightly bent. Count number 11, you have to lengthen your spine, stretch your hands. As you inhale, you have to lift your hands up. Possible you can arch back. So initially if you are not able to lengthen your spine, you can come up the way you feel comfortable. Count number 12, as you exhale, bring your pranama down close to your chest and get into Samasthiti. So that was the first half of entire cycle. So this were 12 counts out of 24 counts. So that generally we do with right leg. So right leg goes back and moves in as you come up. Now second half where your left leg moves. So quickly I'll show you. Count number 13, 14, 15, go down, left leg back 16, 17 plank, 18, 8-4, 19 bhujang, 20 down, left leg in 21, 22 right leg, 23, 24 and 0. So this was a complete Surya Namaskara with the correct technique, with the precaution, correct breathing pattern. So I hope you have liked it, and this is definitely advisable for any beginner. If you follow the correct precaution you should take for the beginner, as well as if you have any ailment of neck pain, back pain, knee pain, or a high or low blood pressure, this Surya Namaskara is for you. So if you found this useful, don't forget to press the like button, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Share with the people who are in need. Thank you. Namaste.